Okay, so today we are going to visit the museum at the local Cabela's here. As you probably know, Cabela's is a large retail store uh, dealing in outdoor goods, outdoor sports such as fishing, hunting, boating, camping, that type of thing. But although they are a retail store, on their sign here, they do hold themselves out as a museum. And I do frequently visit this Cabela's. I walk my dogs inside here when it's very cold out, or when it's very hot out, or raining, pouring rain. Just whenever conditions are not ideal to walk these little guys around outside, we will go to the Cabela's and walk around inside. So I know from having been there that they do have some museum style displays. Most of them are stuffed or taxidermied wild animals set up to look like they are in their natural habitat. So let's go take a look at the museum at Cabela's, and I'll give you my conclusions as to whether it's worth paying a visit or not over there. Mhm. Okay, let's go take a look. Okay, so we're here at the parking lot at Cabela's, and we're going to be going inside to look at what they call their museum. Again, it's primarily a retail store, but we're going to go see what they have advertised as their museum. Really, it's just a bunch of stuffed or taxidermied wild animals on display. So we're going to go inside. Let's go have a look. Located in and among the retail displays, Cabela's has on exhibit a collection of taxidermied wild animals. The centerpiece of the collection is a large wilderness mountain located right in the center of the store. As soon as you walk into the building, you're facing the mountain. Now, most of the animals on display on this mountain at this particular Cabela's appear to be indigenous to North America. There's a polar bear, there is a large Alaskan brown bear, there's a mountain lion, a coyote, and then there's what appear to be mountain goats, rams, sheep, moose, and similar large animals. There is a tunnel that goes through and under the mountain that houses the aquarium, which consists of two large freshwater fish tanks, one on either side of the tunnel. Suspended above the wild mountain is a small airplane. You can get a very good close-up look at this from the second floor. There is a pilot inside this airplane, and again, you can see this from the second floor. You can access the second floor via the stairs, the escalator, or the elevator. The next largest display is the African savannah, also located up on the second floor. Animals featured here are obviously ones that are not native to North America, and so for the most part cannot be seen here in the U.S. other than in a zoo or in a museum. In this diorama we see specimens such as elephants, we see lions and zebras, they have a rhinoceros, along with some lesser known African animals such as a warthog and a genet cat, whatever that is. They also have a serval cat, which is pawing at some small bird who's desperately trying to fly away. There's one more fairly large diorama which depicts a herd of deer. In this area where Cabela's is located here, we see a lot of deer. There's a number of forest preserves in the vicinity. We see deer all the time while we're driving around. Unfortunately, some of them are roadkill. I won't show you any of these in this video. There are a couple of displays showing flocks of birds or ducks, including these Canada geese, suspended from the ceiling as though they are flying. This is another common sight around here. Canada geese we see migrating north and south depending on the time of year, and they usually pay us a visit and leave a lot of poop around the ground here. There's another couple of displays. There's mallard ducks hanging out in a tree or a nest or something. Also common around this part of the country, mallard ducks. Here's another display of mallard ducks. As I mentioned earlier, I do come here often to walk my dogs around inside of Cabela's. Cabela's not only allows but actually encourages people to bring their dogs here, which is pretty cool. Because my dogs are pretty tiny, I'm usually looking down towards the ground when I'm here with them. I need to make sure that they don't eat anything off the floor that wouldn't be good for them. I'm also always on the lookout for other dogs walking around in here, especially larger dogs. I don't want them to turn the corner and walk into a 150-pound dog that might think that they're rabbits or toys. But while I'm here by myself today looking around, I do notice a lot of animals on display that I usually miss when I'm not here for the specific purpose of sightseeing. They've got a pretty sizable collection of mounted trophy style heads, including deer, sheep, antelope, whatever else they have here, probably some elk, and these seem to be scattered throughout the store. There's a bald eagle perched pretty high up in the store. This is something I don't recall having seen before. They have here a wolverine. They have a random bear just hanging out, not here any other displayed animals. They have a bobcat, a lynx, and a wolf. And then they also have a whole bunch of fish. Most interesting for me is that they have a hammerhead shark and a dorado, whatever that is. They have a sailfish, and they have a swordfish. Now, going back to the Wild Mountain, in addition to the large game, they have a bunch of smaller animals, including these prairie dogs, and they also have a couple of wild hare, including this one that is being chased by a lynx. Several other displays show predator and prey. For example, they have a pack of timber wolves attacking a caribou. Going back to the African savannah, they have a lion attacking a zebra. They have another lion. This one appears to be a female, which is attacking some sort of an antelope or something like that. There's no sign here, so I'm not exactly sure what this animal is that's being mauled by the lion. But they have a hunter also. This hunter is apparently shooting at a flock of turkeys, which is situated on the other side of the hall here. Finally, going to the bathrooms, they have some old outdoorsy portraits displayed on the wall. And of course, this is something you see in many museums, old vintage photographs. I'm not sure who these people are, but it suits the theme of the Cabela store. So this concludes our visit to Cabela's, and of course you cannot help passing by the Wild Mountain on the way out. So in conclusion, Cabela's is primarily a retail store. Its function and role as a museum is purely secondary to its function as a retail store, and there's not a whole lot to see here. You could definitely check out all of the displays in less than an hour. So if you're looking for a day-long trip to a museum, Cabela's is probably not for you. Also, if you're sensitive about killing animals, this is probably not the place for you. As far as I can tell, all the animals on display here are actual animals that were killed and stuffed by a taxidermist. But if you need to take your dogs for a walk inside somewhere, If you need to pick up a backpack or two, or maybe you need to pick up a Yeti thermos or mug, or maybe a set of throwing axes or an assault rifle, you could come here to Cabela's, do all your shopping, check out the museum, and thereby kill two birds with one proverbial stone here at Cabela's. Now, if you've enjoyed this video or found it helpful, please hit the like button below and consider sharing the video. You could also subscribe to this channel to get alerts when we post new videos. Thanks again for watching. Peace.